Hey guys, welcome to our call for tonight. So tonight we thought we'd interview a couple of our team who have been using Isagenix for quite a while, but I really love their stories. So we're going to hear a bit about why they started Isagenix, why they continue to use Isagenix, their results, and all the different ways that they've used the products. And we're going to hear a bit about their favourite products as well and why they love them. So welcome, Emily and Christine. Thanks for
sharing. Hey.
We've got Belle on too, who's listening in. So thanks, Belle. So, and we might start with you. Can you just, I know you've been using Isagenix for quite a while now. So how long have you been using it for?
Nearly 4 years.
Okay.
2 months. Yep.
Awesome. And so your Isaversary is coming up.
Yes.
Yeah.
August. Yeah.
Awesome. So why did you start in the first place?
So before I started Isagenix, I'd lost a lot of weight myself, but it took a really long time to do that. I lost 15 kilos in 12 months before I started on the program. But I could never find that balance between having the right amount of energy, making sure I lose weight and getting that consistency. So I got back from Europe and I just wanted to lose a few kilos. So before Isagenix, I was always struggling to lose those last 5 kilos. I had tummy discomfort and I didn't really want to participate in my life. I was introduced to Isagenix by my good friend Tara. And as you said, I've been on the products for nearly 4 years. But as a result, in my first phase of the program, I did lose 5.6 kilos and 55 centimetres.
Awesome.
I did maintain that for quite a few years, but it didn't really become about the weight anymore. I was training harder and sleeping better. I had energy through the roof, and for the first time in a long time, I had digestive harmony. Now I used the products recently throughout my pregnancy for breastfeeding, as well as just enrolling myself in the Isa Body Challenge to get back to my pre-baby weight. I can't wait to have a new before and after photo. And it just really shows how versatile the products are, and I'll never go a day without these products in my body.
Cool. Let's break that down a little bit because there's lots of little bits in there that I want to ask you about. You said you said that you didn't want to participate in your life. So I'm assuming that there was a big mindset shift that's happened for you. So what do you mean about what was happening before, and what's the difference in your mindset that you've seen throughout the past 4 years?
Yeah. So I didn't really like myself, as I'd like to say. I was quite a selfless person, but I never put myself first. It was always about everyone else first. And I think, once I realised, I guess, the mental clarity from the products, I really seen how different and happier I'd become. And, I started to love myself for the first time in a very long time. So, finding that self-worth was probably the most, important thing in my journey.
Awesome. I just got goosebumps. I've never heard you talk about it like that. So, okay. And then in terms of your energy levels, I suppose now you've got a 6-week-old new bubba.
Yep.
So why don't you fill us in a bit on how you use the products during your pregnancy and breastfeeding, and what you're up to now?
Yep. So through the pregnancy, I used a lot of the shakes, a lot of the replenish, as well as Isoflush to help with digestion. The replenish was helping with my energy levels without having too much caffeine, because I did start, enjoying my teas a lot more than what I used to. So that really helped me through the pregnancy on feeling a bit better, inside, I guess, because you do put on a lot of weight and start to feel a bit, sluggish as such. Through the breastfeeding, though, you can never consume enough calories. So the shakes and the bars and the snacks and the replenish as well was great to fill those gaps of hydration, because I was just drinking like a fish.
Yeah, I can imagine.
Yeah, it was crazy. As well as the fatigue setting in with having bub on the breast so much.
Mm-hmm.
But unfortunately, it didn't work out how I planned. I did plan to breastfeed my bub, but the boobs didn't want to participate as such. Now getting back to my pre-baby weight, I can have all the good stuff with Isagenix. The Ionix helps with my stress levels, as well as energy throughout the day. Back to my e-shots and the shakes twice a day, hitting a 30-day cleanse and, using the products, I guess, to, give me the energy I need to survive the day.
Mm-hmm.
People never used to, or always used to say they were so busy and so tired having kids, and now I know what it's like. So I didn't know how, people survive without these products in their body, that's for sure, because, I was so tired and now I feel incredible. So,
Awesome.
Yeah, it's a nice feeling.
Yeah, I'm not quite sure how I survived with 2 babies without Isagenix, because I remember I literally go through a whole day and not have a glass of water, and have forgotten to eat and just be like, oh, it's just so busy that
you don't have the time to eat.
Yeah,
that's why the shakes are so convenient. You just zap it in and you're done.
Okay, and so what are your top 3 fave products? Spill the beans.
Sorry, Christine. We've got the Ionix. Definitely helps with stress and perks me up through the day, which is great. The e-shots. I can't live without my e-shots. I don't know how I lived 9 months without them, but I did.
So fill everyone in a bit about what an e-shot is.
So it's basically a healthy caffeine shot. It's also got adaptogens in it. So, it fills the gaps of what the body needs to give you the energy throughout the day. It's incredible. It makes me feel amazing. It gives me mental clarity as well as, giving me the energy I need throughout the day.
Awesome. Okay, and what's number 3?
Probably be the Replenish.
Oh, yeah?
I don't tend to drink enough water throughout the day, but the Replenish does, make me feel hydrated throughout the day, which is good.
How would you describe Replenish to someone who's never heard of it before?
It's basically like hydrolytes. So, when you're not feeling too good, the Replenish will, give your body some hydration quickly.
Awesome. Yep. Cool. All right, Christine, your turn in the hot seat.
Okay.
So tell us a bit about, how long ago you started and why you started.
Okay, so actually Emily and I both sort of started around the same time. It'll be 2 years this August. 4 years, sorry. 4 years this August. 2 of us, 4 years. And the reason why I started is because I've given up smoking about 7 years before that and bunged on a fair bit of weight, and I always had trouble trying to keep the weight off as it was. So I was pretty, very overweight and very miserable. I was spending most of my spare time just on my lounge. I had no energy. Just to walk around the aisles in the supermarket with that trolley, it was such a task. I just struggled. Very, very overweight to the point of where I just couldn't even reach down to do up my own shoes. Like my husband had to do up my shoes for me. And the time came where my daughter pretty much dragged me off the lounge and took me to an information session, and she just said, Mum, if you really, really want to change your life, you have to give it a go. And I said, but I've tried everything, it won't work. And she said, well, if it doesn't work or you don't like it, just, send it back. And at the time, I actually looked in the mirror and getting a bit emotional, but I looked in the mirror and I just couldn't even believe that my husband could love me, because I didn't even like myself. It was just horrible. So I thought, you know what, I have to try this. I've got to do it for myself. So I bought the products and did what my daughter told me to do, and it was just a few days and I just started to feel different, and I wasn't on the lounge anymore. I was just bouncing around doing, you know, had the housework under control, didn't have to wait till Saturday. It was a really strange feeling. And, yeah, my husband noticed that I was just seemed a bit happier. And then by the end of the first month, I was never going to send the products back like I thought I may. I'd lost 4.1 kilos. And I think, wow, I'd been on so many different diets and fads and nutritionalists and dietitians and Weight Watchers and everything that I've ever tried. I've never lost weight that quick and felt so good. So I just kept using the products, and 4 years later, you know, I ended up losing 30 kilos, which blows me away when I even say the number. I've maintained 25 of that, and that's, you know, going through menopause, taking different medications and having a very serious neck operation in December. But I know that, you know, that's still a big amount to keep off, and I can do up my shoes.
Yay.
I can do up my shoes, and when I do up my shoes, I hit the gym now. So I never did that. I joined a gym for the first time in my late 40s. So to be able to join the gym for the first time and then get outdoors and, you know, go to boot camp and kickboxing lessons, and my life's just done a massive 360. So it took me to be nearly 50, not nearly 20 or 30 or 40 like everybody else, but I got there and I'm happy.
Oh, I love that. Do you mind, can I share a bit about our history, how long we've known each other, Chris?
Yeah, we go back.
So Christine and I met when Richie and I first got together, and that's going to be like, it's going to be 18 years ago next year. So I remember, so in my previous career, I was a high school PE teacher, and why I'm telling this story is because I want everyone to know that Chris was actually really trying to get healthy. Like, I remember we used to go walking of an afternoon, swimming. We would do aqua aerobics, and I would write her like little meal plans, and you know, we'd have these little exercise plans. And I remember you hurt your ankle, and that really derailed you for a little while. Yeah. So it wasn't like you were not trying, you know what I mean? Like, you had literally tried so many things. So when Tara shared with you, I was like, yay, I knew it was going to work. I didn't end up saying I told you so in those situations, but lucky we're good friends, I can say that.
Oh, that's right. That's right. And I'm grateful to this day that, you know, I've seen when you started using Isagenix, and Tara said to me straight away, she goes, Mum, have you seen that thing Sandy's doing? I said, yeah, I have. She goes, I'm going to do it. I said, good on you. And she said, why don't you do it too? I said, no, I'm not. You young ones, go and enjoy your fad. And I didn't do it straight away. Tara jumped on board straight away.
Yeah.
And I was like, no. And then when I went to an information session, I was just like, yeah, this sounds like I've got to give it a go.
You were the same as me though, right? It was like that 30-day money-back guarantee that got you across the line.
Yeah, I think, and Tara sort of like, she did push me a little bit, but not push me in a bad way. She pushed me in the way of, she just kept saying, yeah, all right, you have tried everything until now, Mum. Like, you know, if it's not for you or whatever, she said, you know, but until now you have tried everything. This is new. You've never seen it. Nobody has. We've never heard of it before. And she said, you know, she'd already started, and she said, Mum, you'll be surprised how I'm feeling, and I've only just started myself. So
yeah,
relax if you don't, you know, if it doesn't work for you or you don't like it. So,
so what are your 3 favourite products?
Definitely the Isagenixes I love, because it's really, I like the fact that it's really great for healthy aging. And I think, you know, like I said before, I thought Isagenix was a fad for young people, but now I've sort of into it a bit more and I understand a little bit, and I'm not a scientist or anything like that, but I know that it supports healthy aging. And, you know, and I just think, well, you know, if your body's healthy and aging well on the inside, well, it's only going to make you happier and healthier on the outside as well. So I love that. I love Ageless Actives, one of the supplements, because Todd and I both had really low vitamin D, and our doctor told us that we need to get on a supplement. And I didn't really know what vitamin D does for your body anyway. So when I looked into it and I found out how important it is with your bones and things like that, and I found other places where you can get vitamin D from a lot of dairy and things, and they're the things that I don't really like. So I knew that I needed a supplement, showed the doctor, and he just went, wow, that's got everything you need plus more. So yes, keep taking that. So I do love that. And I love the shakes. I was the biggest, person of thinking, oh my goodness, there's no way I can just get up and have a shake for breakfast, when I didn't even have breakfast for a start, but then about 10 o'clock I'd smash every bit of food into me that I could find. So to get up in the morning and make a shake, and I'm telling you now, it's 4 years in August and I still have a shake every single morning for breakfast, and I love it. I miss it. If I couldn't have it, I would be so devo, because I think there's 4 times a year that we probably haven't been away or something. But Todd, and the good thing is that Todd loves it too. Todd has a shake every single day, and he said to me the other day, I was telling the girls that Todd said, oh, you know what is it with men? They don't want to worry about shakes and things like that. He said, I didn't either, but I looked into what's in a shake, and I love smashing it in my mouth every single morning. And if every bloke done half as much research as I did, they'd be smashing them too. He said, because they're awesome. And it cracks me up, because he just told me that the other day. He goes, men, they don't want to read about it. He said, but they're awesome. They'll smash it in. So I've got to tell you, the shakes are a favourite in our house. Right?
He's a rare gem, Chris.
Oh, he is. He's a classic. It's so funny.
That's awesome.
Yeah, but they're my 3 faves. But there's not much that I don't like. Todd and I eat slim cakes every day. They're good for heart health. We both love those as well.
Yeah.
There's there's so many little options, things you can just throw into your handbag that, when you're going out, you don't have to just, line up at a burger shop and things like that if you're out. So there's just too many products not to love. That's the truth.
Well, for those who are watching the video, the recording, and want to know a bit about the packs, I'll quickly just run them through them while we're on here, and you girls can chime in if you've got anything you want to add. So, look, there's 3 different starter packs that generally people start on. There's a really big pack called the Ultimate Pack, which I'm going to share with you now. So this pack is for people who really don't want to provide anything but 1 meal a day. So this pack gives you your full 30-day program, which gives you enough for 2 shakes a day. It also gives you plenty of snack options. So you've basically got enough to cover all of your snacks for the full 30 days. So you've got 60 different snacks in there. You're getting the replenish that Em talked about, the E-shots she talked about, and the Ionics, and plus you're getting the complete essentials with Isagenesis. So it's like all of our supplements in little convenient, do I have one here? Daily packs, like this one. So it's like the best of the best if you're talking about packs, right? So it works out around $25 a day. So that's the biggest pack that we've got. Now, the pack that most people start on is called a premium pack. This one's the weight loss premium pack. So it's sort of middle of the range. Can you guys see that?
Yep.
Yeah, cool. So in this, again, you're getting your full 30-day program with your 2 shakes a day and that tonic that's great for stress, your cleansing supplements. You're getting the Isagenesis that Chris talked about. You're getting an essentials for women or for men, depending on what sex you are. So it's like a really awesome multivitamin. You do get some snack support with the bars, and you get like a little bullet blender, which is, a little free inclusion that you get, which is awesome. But this pack tends to get us the best results, and it's very supportive while still being budget friendly. So it works out around $19 a day. You're getting your snack support plus your vitamin and mineral support and your full 30-day program. So most people start there. Now, then if we need a more budget-friendly option, the smaller starter pack is called a 30-day weight loss program. Can you guys see that?
Yeah.
Yeah, cool. So this is like the basics of what you need to give your body a good clean out. So there's no snack support with this one, but you are getting your shakes, your ionics, your cleanse, a couple of supplements for digestion and metabolism that are also included in the other packs. But look, it's not as nutritionally supported, but it's the basics to get the job done. And that one works out around $13 a day. So you've got three, different levels of nutritional support and three different options for budget. So as I said, most people start in the middle, but it's completely up to you. So if you have questions about those packs, please direct those to the person who sent this recording to you, and they can totally answer them for you. There are different packs as well based on energy, athletic performance, and healthy aging. So if you're interested more in any of those solutions, then they can obviously tell you about those as well. So the last thing I thought we should go through tonight, girls, is how you guys have got your products for free, because who wouldn't want to have those results for nothing, right? So Em, did you want to chat a bit about what that looked like for you?
Yeah, sure. So when I started, I just wanted a 30-day cleanse. I didn't really want to do any business or talk to people or anything about it. It was just, the products and that's it. So I think from my third month, I haven't paid for my products since. But what tends to happen is people will start to notice a difference in you without you even having to talk about it. So, I organically just started sharing, and within the third month I was getting my products for free, and it's been happening since. So it's just about sharing. It's not about selling anything at all. It just happens naturally.
Yeah.
And you love something so much and you feel that good, you want everyone to feel that good.
Yeah, that's awesome. So basically, let's just clarify, you got results and then people asked you about it and you told them about it, and then they got started and you got your product.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I got rewarded. Yeah, exactly right.
Cool. And Chris, what about you? How did your sharing start?
Well, funnily enough, when I first started, I said to Tara, don't tell anybody what I'm doing, and I'm not telling anybody either. And so within 2 weeks, I went to a party with some friends, and they all just went, oh my goodness, wow, you look so different. You've lost so much weight. You just look really happy, and you look, and I'm thinking in 2 weeks, wow, that's pretty good. So I was a bit excited, and they're like, what are you doing? What have you been doing? And I'm like, oh, I don't know, something Tara told me about. I didn't even really know what I was doing. So, and they're like, oh, and I said, well, actually, I said, a few people have asked me now, like that day, and then during that week, I caught up with somebody else who asked me the same question. And then I thought, well, you know what, I'm going to ask you and Tara, would you come over if I invited a couple of friends over, and can you please tell them what it is, because I don't have a clue. And so, of course, you and Tara both did, and I had some friends come over, and of course they were pretty much coming to tell me they wanted to do it anyway because they'd seen what good results I had.
Yeah.
So they jumped on board and started ordering their packs, and so within probably, by the end of the next month, I started to get some rewards, cash rewards back from Isagenix, and probably, like Em said, within probably 3 months or so, I had enrolled a couple of friends, and they'd shared with a few people, and it was amazing. And I think, oh, there I was not wanting to tell anyone, but then I think, well, Tara told me, and I got fantastic results. And I think, imagine if she didn't even share it with me. Someone's out there wanting something, and I really needed it, and she shared it with me. So once I got my head around that and thought, how easy is it just to share it with people? You share a movie and restaurant, or, your hairdresser. Share this, it's awesome. So there you go. I was lucky enough to do exactly that, and those have jumped on board and love it as well. And so, yeah, I get to enjoy my pack every week for free.
Awesome.
Every month, I should say.
I love that you're like, I don't know what it is, but I feel really good, and this is my result, and you can still get your stuff for free.
That's right. And I didn't know what it was. I was just like, I don't really know. I'm just doing this thing that Tara told me about, and I'm thinking, I don't even know myself. I'm just doing what she said. So there you go.
Yeah, no, and that's cool. And I think that's, what people really need to understand it's all about. It's just sharing a great experience that you had. And rather than the company, paying celebrities who probably don't even use the stuff that they're talking about to promote it, they choose to pay us, people who are really using it and getting great results. So, for people who are thinking about sharing it, that I'll quickly just fill you in that middle pack, the premium pack. If you share that with someone, you get an $80 rebate back from Isagenix. And if you happen to share with 2 people in the same week as each other, they double your bonuses. So that turns into $320. And you get a $50 bonus for going what we call a consultant, which is the first level. So you can get more than 60% of your initial pack paid for just by sharing with a couple of people. So heaps of people choose to do that because people are asking anyway. Yeah, so, all right, we might leave it there. Thank you, too, for jumping on tonight. I loved hearing your stories again.
Thanks, babe.
Thank you.
No worries. Thanks, guys. Thanks for watching.
Bye.
Bye.